Okay, I just kind of wanted to give you an idea after you get it going and it gets bigger, how not to get the waves. If you watched my previous video how I started this, you've seen how I scrunched it, flattened it, and then sewed it. But after it starts getting bigger, you don't have to scrunch all of that fabric in there. And that's how people are getting waves. They're scrunching too much fabric. It'll sew that, and then it'll start waving. That means you're pushing too much fabric. When it gets bigger, the key is to keep it flat. Both sides. Use both hands. This hand keeps your rope flat. This hand I use to keep this part flat as I'm sewing. So I still have to bunch it, but I barely have to bunch it. And I still sew small sections, but I'm keeping flat. If you pull too tight, if you're pulling like this, that's when it starts bowling up. Don't pull. Don't pull it at all. Just scrunch enough, barely enough, to keep this flat. And the bigger you get, see, this is nice and flat. The bigger you get, the less you even have to scrunch. I just give it enough there, little scrunch, to keep all that flat. I use both my hands, and I keep it nice and flat. Just scrunched it a little bit there to keep this flat. And as you're sewing along, look back here. Should be nice and flat. If you see it starting to wave, you're pushing too much fabric here. Stop, rip it out to where it starts waving. Start over. And don't feed it so much. It's all about keeping your work area flat right here. And these are pajamas that I cut up I bought at the thrift store and cut up so they're real thick. But my granddaughter likes this crazy fabric, so we thought we'd give it a try, and works out pretty good. So I hope this helps. I know a lot of people struggle with the waves. Don't feed it. Let it go naturally. You won't have the waves. Hope this helps.